To submit a room reservation request, click Request a Room on the Astra Schedule homepage. Select the Event Request Form, Internal Users, MSU Departments and Orgs, and click Next. Enter your event name, select the event type from the drop-down, and select your MSU department or registered student organization. After this selection, select your contact person for this request. Please take note of this information if your department or student org is not listed. Please put a contact number and an email address. These questions require you to indicate the number of people expected to attend, whether there will be unaccompanied minors, amplified sound, alcohol, or food at this event. If you selected yes for this question, please read this important note. After completing all the required fields, you can now add your meeting. Please note that room reservation requests must be submitted at least 4 days prior to your desired date of your event. If your meeting or event is occurring only once, then use the default single meeting option and input your desired start and end date and times. Please name your meeting. This is often the same as your event title which you entered previously. Use the drop-down to select your meeting type from the available options, then add your meeting. If your event is happening on multiple days at different times, use this multiple event option. Select your start and end times, select date, then click this red arrow. Do this for every date and time that your event will be held. Please remember to select your meeting type from this drop-down menu. Please note that if your event will have multiple occurrences and be recurring at the same time, either daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly, use this recurring event option. Select your start and end time, your occurrence pattern, and then the number of intervals of your recurrences. After you add your meeting, click on Assign Rooms to select your room preference from the available options. You will see the rooms available based on the meeting dates and times that you selected. Use this drop-down caret next to the room column and ensure that the columns for rooms, name, and capacity are selected. These columns can now be expanded to display the room name and the capacity. Select the room you prefer to use and the field should turn green. Click OK in the bottom right corner to finish your selection. After you assign a room, click the Assign Resources button to add items such as tables, chairs, sound, and video equipment to your request. If you do not request any resources, expect an empty room. Resources correspond to the building or room option you selected in the previous Assign Room step. Resources show as available including quantity, or unavailable if there are no resources left or it's not allowed in the room. Enter the quantity of each available resource you would like to request. When finished, click OK in the bottom right corner. Email setups can also be sent to csc@msutexas.edu. Also note, if you did not select a room in the Request Rooms option, please skip the Request Resources option. If you need access to the room anytime before or after your event, please indicate that period from the options. Select from this list the basic event setup styles you prefer, which are accompanied by images below, or enter a customized setup style here. Any additional comments, notes, or concerns you may have about your event may be added in this field. Any communication that you may have about your event may be sent to csc@msutexas.edu. Click Submit and you have now submitted your event request.